last Friday because I was at Force Friday, and by the time I was back, I was no, it was Thursday. Sorry, it was Thursday, and Friday was so sick of Force Friday that I was a total zombie basically and didn't do anything. So what I'm do now, and if you don't know yet, if you tune in for the first time, I do live commenting on what you guys tell or leave as a comment on the YouTube channel, and then basically give an answer back, and then hopefully we have like a more interactive way to talk to each other, because I don't like just to type out a message back, and it feels a little bit impersonal. So if I really read up your comments and respond back in a live way, I think that's more engaging and more fun. So let's do that. I got my tea here. My son is upstairs in his bunk bed playing his iPad, and let me take a sip first. Thank you for tuning in already. I see some people tuning in. Don't shy away to leave a live chat, a message in the chat. Also, we have this thing here in the bottom. If you're interested in a super chat, you can leave a super chat, which is basically a tip or a pledge for me that helps to grow the channel. Can be 50 cents, can be $1. Really helpful, because there's a lot of new reviews that I'm doing and are upcoming, and any type of funding would really help to grow the channel and help me to do more giveaways, toy giveaways, custom saber giveaways. So guys, that was my small notch. So let's start with the comments that we have here. We have a whole bunch of them, so let's go through them, and a lot of them are regarding the giveaway. I'm doing an Ultra Sabers Liberator giveaway. So if you are interested in winning the Ultra Sabers giveaway, check out the video on my channel that's called Saber Giveaway, and it's about the Liberator from Ultra Sabers, and it's a really fantastic hilt. And there in that video I will explain how you can participate and win that saber. So let's go to the first comment, and a lot of people are replying to what I requested them to do, because I asked you to in order to participate in the giveaway, you need to leave a comment on what you think is the hidden items. And there's a lot of hidden items actually in this video, and it can be anything. So make sure you watch the whole video and guess anything what you think it is, not even the obvious stuff. It can be anything. And we got a whole bunch of replies here, so let's start with the first one. We have one from Jeremy. So the Rebel Bunny Turbine Steel Blade Plug. I love blade plugs from Sid Bunny blade plugs. If you don't know them, check them out. I cannot confirm or deny any of these answers, but I really hope you guys really seek thoroughly throughout the movie, and also make sure you share the video, because when I announce the winner, which is like last time, will be randomly drawn from the comments in the YouTube video. If you did not share the video on either Facebook or Twitter, then unfortunately you have not participated in the competition correctly, and then I will seek another winner. So make sure you also share the Facebook video or YouTube video, or I mean the YouTube video on Facebook or on Twitter. Duh. So that's all. So I'm not gonna comment on those comments, because you guys are still participating in that giveaway. So I'll let you guys enjoy that. Let me see. Then we have some other replies. So I did a comment, well, not commentary, I did a reaction video to the upcoming season 4 Rebels series, and I was blown away by it. I absolutely love it. I think it will be a fantastic new season. It will be, I think, a fantastic closure. I think it will have an open ending, which let you to speculate what happened and whatnot. But we got some replies. We got a reply from Sempagna. Sorry if I butchered your name. He said, expecting either a Rogue One style ending, everyone dies, or Revenge of the Sith dark side consumption. I think you're absolutely right. I think to a certain degree, because we know that Hera Syndulla is in Rogue One, so she survived. The Ghost is in there. We also see the Ghost on Yavin 5, I think, on the Rebel base. So that means they're definitely survived. And we saw Chopper. So those three are confirmed to survive. Now, then we have 3 more of the Ghost crew. We have Ezra, we have Kanan, actually 4, AP5, and we have gosh, Zap, yeah, Zap, and actually more. We also have Sabine. I don't know what's gonna happen with those guys. So I think Sabine will remain on Mandalore, because Mandalore, as we saw in the upcoming trailer, is shot to pieces. So there's again a massive battle there, a big war, and this kind not amongst the Mandalorian clans, but they conjunctionally fighting against the Empire. They joined forces. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I presume Sabine is gonna stay there to rebuild Mandalore, and I think that is the reason why we don't see her any longer. I think Ashra, I think Kanan, Sabine want to start this relationship. They want to do it, but then something happens. I think something really bad happens, because in the trailer we see them growing together for their love, their relationship. But Hera is being called to duty on Rogue One, so I think something happened to Kanan. And that made Hera to think, I just stay with the rebellion, I just keep fighting till the last. I just keep serving. She wanted to stop, because Kanan was asking about what about us. So she was about to engage into that relationship with Kanan, and then something happened. That is what I expect. I think Kanan is gonna get it, unfortunately. And I think Ezra is already playing with the dark side, because I think he discovers things that he can achieve by using the dark side. I think that will affect him in a way that he get corrupted by the dark side. So I think it's true. And I think because what's gonna happen to Kanan, which I really believe, is gonna topple him over, because his home planet is shot to pieces. The Empire killed all his friends and whatnot, and it's gonna be horrible. I also think AP5 is gonna get it. I think AP5 is gonna sacrifice himself for either Chopper or for one of the crew members. I think AP5 is a heroic character, and I think he's gonna sacrifice himself. Yes, I believe so. And then we have Zap. I don't know what's gonna happen with Zap, actually. I have no idea. Like, in terms of character development of Zap and the way Zap is, I don't know. I think because he's also one of the last one of his kind, so maybe he goes to that home planet and just stay there, because in the hope because there are more of them, and then reproduce or something to strengthen themselves again as a race. Not entirely sure. What's this? You don't want? No, I don't want that. Oh my god, freaking Windows. What the hell, Windows, dude? I'm making a video. God. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough scene, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Ashra. That is the open ending. I personally think Ashra will be the open ending, exactly like Ahsoka Tano. I think he's gonna be more with the Force, like Ahsoka, because he has this very close bond with animals, right? With creatures, he can read their minds, and they do stuff together. So I think that wolf we see, the pack of wolves, is some sort of iteration of Ahsoka that bring Ahsoka and Ashra together. And I think what happened to him will be an open ending, like Ahsoka. You will see him sort of dying in a massive fire explosion or whatnot, but you don't know if he really dies or survives. It will be an open ending with him, I think, and that is the open ending of the season 4, I think. Then we have some more questions. Yeah, sorry guys, I did the Force Friday haul showing all my toys and whatnot that I got from Force Friday, and unfortunately I edited the video in let's say it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and the sound, the music that I added, that was unfortunately was not done very good. So what happened was, oops, let me see my live chat for a sec. Okay, oh, there's something. So you guys are actually chatting to me, but I don't see it in my live chat. Oh, sorry. Let me fix that for a moment. So actually we can see some comments from you guys. Oh no, I should not have done that. Sorry, sometimes this YouTube, this whole thing with YouTube is so weird. I don't know how it works with YouTube, but like supposedly we have a live stream now, but it doesn't show up. So no. So what? Where are you guys? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, sorry, I just do this for a sec. What? Okay, so that is so annoying. So I cannot see any. Oh, here's a live chat. Okay, pop out chat. Okay, so now you guys can see what you're typing, and that's cool because then I can answer you guys. So we have some replies already. We have Mike saying, "Woohoo! Made to the live video. Yeah, nice. You can make it every video if you want." And I see Manuel. He said, hello there." So hello. How you doing, mate? And Mike is saying, "I thought it was doing something wrong with the chat, lol." Mike said, "Test." Yeah, I'm sorry guys. There's something finicky with how YouTube works. I don't know. It's sometimes really annoying. So yeah, unfortunately with the Force Friday haul that I did, I added some music and it was way too loud in the video and it sucks, but I didn't want to redo it because the video was already up. And with those kind of videos, more about timing than anything, so I thought, fuck it, I just leave it up, whatever. Yeah, next year I'll try to fix that. Then we have another comment from Grand KP, Director Krenning winning points against the Grand Admiral Tron. Oh snap. Absolutely. I think he is basically gonna replace Tron because Tron, I don't know if he's gonna be court-martialed for some reasons, like because he's gonna take some steps that Empire does not allow, some allowed, I don't know, it's a strategic approach to it, something, or I don't know, or he get killed off. I don't know how that's gonna work against the novelization. I don't think they want to kill him off. I don't know, actually, it's weird. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. They have to. I don't know how they're gonna incorporate Tron in this story. If he's gonna meet his end, or and if he's gonna meet his end in what way, will be very interesting. Some other questions here were other replies. We said George is also often commenting and in the live video, so thank you very much for that, George. He said the trailer looks amazing. I hope the season ends up being good. Well, I'm pretty sure it will be. I think it will be a like crazy roller coaster season. I think it will be. They invested a lot of money and time into it, and we see all the characters that, well, we saw in Rogue One, all the major ones. I think it will be amazing. Every episode will be like, oh my god, no way, is he in it? Oh my god, this puzzle is piecing together so well. And I think it will be like that. Every episode will be mind-blowing, and by the end of season 4 we will all be so disappointed, and a lot of people will even open a petition to get a season 5, but it won't happen. It's just basically because of investments. The toys that they sell are not as good as the Star Wars movie, so they're gonna cut that. They're just gonna kill it before the same thing happened with the Clone Wars, which was really unfortunate. It wasn't. I think it was never intended to end that Clone Wars so as it did. Mike said, I hope Tron survives. He's way too interesting and awesome. Yeah, but if he does, he's also super smart, and I don't know how he, like, he's totally disappeared after Rogue One and New Hope. He's not there. He's already not in Rogue One, so he cannot be in that universe anymore, because otherwise it will be Darth Vader, and all these other guys, but we don't see him, so I don't think so. I think he's gonna meet his end, or he's gonna be exiled or imprisoned. Either way, either way, I think he will maybe not be dying. I think he will be imprisoned. I think he will be. I don't know. And then we have another question from Ivan. He said, hey, question, which photon blade is brighter or better, this one or the one for Vader's Vault? And he's referring to the Pastor photon blade video that I did. I think both are equally bright, and basically the photon material they use is almost the same, if not the same. The price is a little bit different. The Pastor, or the Wonder Force photon blade, is quite a bit cheaper than the one from Vader's Vault. I think $20 cheaper. So in that perspective, I say, well, I like the Pastor better, because $20 is $20, right? And you still want to do maybe some light dueling with it. It's not really recommended, because it's more of a show blade than anything, but it could be done. And yeah, I think I've played with them both, and I found them equally bright. There was no difference in the thickness of the walls. The bullet tip was identical. The mirror inside the bullet tip was the same. So I didn't feel any difference there in terms of brightness. It's just more of the pricing and the name that is something of your interest, maybe. So it was interesting. As I said, I did the Star Wars Rebel Season 4 reaction trailer, and I was actually watching, yeah, really silly, a Star Trek movie. I was bored, and I was like, no, since recently, I don't know if you guys have that as well, but I'm really got into Star Trek again. Like, I'm re-watching all the Star Trek, not really everything, but like more engaged. Like, I'm watching the older 90s, like the shaky ones, the more amateuristic movies, and I'm like, yeah, I actually really enjoy them. They're not bad. They're fun. There's something about Star Trek I always liked, and I always loved. Like, when I was small, it was Star Wars, of course, for most, and then when I was maybe 10-ish, it was Deep Space Nine. And that was something I really loved, and Babylon 5, those TV series, because those were every week on TV and every Friday evening, and that was the only time in the week where I was allowed to have a drink and a snack. And then you have to think about one can of soda and a Twix or a Raider or Mars, and that was my weekend snack. And it was the whole week I was so looking forward to that, because then I could sleep like 9 o'clock in the evening instead of 7 o'clock in the evening normally. And that was when I was 10, 11. Now these days kids don't have that anymore. But when I was younger, that was the highlight of the week. That was really the highlight of the week. And then I was watching an episode. I think Deep Space Nine were episodes of 45 minutes, an hour. At least as a kid, it felt like it was an hour. Maybe it was. And yeah, it was just fantastic. Fantastic. I really liked those shows from the yeah, was it late 90s, 98, 97, 98, 99. Yeah, in that area. It was really cool. And then a whole bunch of replies about the Saber giveaway, and then we're gonna reply to the Hot Toys Executor. Was it the last? Sorry, I start to get a brain freeze here. The New Order Executor exclusive figure by Hot Toys, released in Hong Kong as the first place to be released, because Hot Toys is from Hong Kong. And I'm not sure if this actually limited 300 pieces. I don't know. I just picked it up. So, well, that's cool. Let's get it. It's they sell it at Toys R Us now. I think they make a massive deal, and now they're gonna sell it at Toys R Us. So it will be becoming much more mainstream to see people with Hot Toys at their home, and that's a really good thing, because that means as well that the higher end collectible toys, etc., now is making it to the mainstream market. That means that it's accepted by the mainstream to buy an expensive collectible toy and just put it down as an adult person in your household and look at it. And by having that, that means that it's the whole nerdy thing is no longer nerdy anymore. Like, you don't really have nerd. Yeah, well, you still have nerds, but then you're more like social awkward, instead of like social awkward and a massive nerd collecting toys for kids. So that whole yeah, that whole entry level now to that scene is much lower, because I remember when I was 14, I'm not gonna bullied about it, but like I got friends over and they say, "What the hell? Why you have like Star Wars toys?" Like, I got a lot of Star Wars, the Power of the Force figures, those bodybuilder Star Wars toys, a lot of them. And I like, yeah, trying to find excuses, find myself embarrassed because I was in my teens. I didn't like, it wasn't normal then. You didn't have that on the internet. You didn't have it anywhere. You were like a freaking nerd. It was just stupid, and people like frowned upon it. And now it's like, yeah, you're a cool guy if you see all these collectors full in tattoos and the mustache and the emo, how you call that, the hipster beards and the hair, and now it's all cool. I collect toys and lightsabers and I'm awesome, and then they wear like these, like they walk like they're a heavy badass guy, like a heavy tattooed up guy, but actually they're just like any nerd that collects toys and games. But they look like they're just straight out came out of the prison. And that's kind of interesting how that whole scene is grown into like a badass nerd scene. I don't know, man, it's so weird. But yeah, back then it was I think most of us in our 30s didn't have that luxury. Like, we were just looked upon down by society, and especially when you as a teenager go to school, you cannot have that, man. You get bullied so hard. It wasn't fun at all. But at the flip side, we didn't have the whole social media thing where you get nowadays everybody makes a video of you and do online bullying and all that crazy stuff. I think that's even worse now, way worse than being bullied back then, because you didn't have that. But now it's really hard with social media. If you make a dick pic, everybody that's in their teens, you got your horns on, and you make a dick pic or something, and you share that with your girlfriend or your friends, and the girl shows some more than just her blouse on the webcam. It's everywhere now. It's everywhere. So yeah, that's different, man. That's different. So different things, pros and cons. Anyway, that's too much bullshit for my end. A lot of the Saber giveaway replies, really good, guys. Keep going with that. I had a blast at Force Friday. Was really cool. Was actually my first one. I was really excited. It was really enjoyable. And I got a question here from Mike. He said perhaps Palpatine sends him beyond the known galaxy on errands. Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah, definitely, yeah. That would make sense, that they're out of sight during the whole trilogy in the movies that we experience. That for some reason, that maybe ties into the Snoke, etc. Then those characters come back, and to relate what Snoke coming from, and maybe Snoke was dig up out of a coffin, maybe some sort of a vampire Sith or something, and. I don't know, man. We will see. It's a very interesting, good one actually. Then we have some more stuff now relating the Hot Toys. That's by the way, guys. I don't know if you guys saw it or noticed it, but I got super lucky. I won, I don't know how many Lego toys during Force Friday. I was the first prize winner. I think I won for about $800 worth of Lego toys. I'm gonna just show you. Check out the video if you want. Force Friday, all the Last Jedi Lego vehicles. I won 800. Yeah, I won $800 worth of Last Jedi Legos, like all the big vehicles, the AT-AT, the Kylo Ren ship, everything that now is on shelves I got, and I was like mind blown, like what the hell is happening? And like, oh my god, that's a lot of Lego. And it was a little bit of a twofold for me, because I was winning the Lego, but I also had two massive bags with hauls that I already bought. I bought Hot Toys, I bought Black Series figures, I bought a whole bunch of free stuff, and like my hands were full. I was super tired, and then I win, and I like super stoked, and then I looked, and then I actually realized what I was winning, and I won like 8 boxes of huge Lego boxes. I'm like, oh my god, how am I gonna carry this home? I live far away. I had to take a taxi home. I have to walk a lot, but luckily one of my friends, Timothy, who is also from Hong Kong, and he's a custom saber enthusiast like myself and yourself as well, so he's collect custom sabers. I met him there, and he helped me, and again, thank you bro, thank you for helping me, because without you I could never carry all that crap with me. And so I was really lucky with those Lego boxes, and they're really awesome. There's so many details in those Lego sets, and they don't run cheap anymore, Legos. I was looking at them, I was really surprised. No, they easy go for $100, easy 150 bucks in Europe. I saw the price were like 150 euros for some of the vehicles they have. I think, wow, that is sick. That's really expensive Lego. Who, like, how can Legos be so expensive these days? Like, shouldn't be those for kids, like mainly for kids? But I think Legos are no longer for kids anymore. It's all for collectors. Like, who's gonna spend $150 for a Lego airplane? Like, what the freak? That's really expensive. Like, that really defeats the purpose for me, in my opinion, for Lego sets, because it's like, it's encouraging kids to play and be creative and make stuff and use their mind to come up with all these cool constructions and whatnot. But if a box costs you $150, yeah, I mean, which kids can have multiple boxes then? It's, it's crazy, really expensive. Lego wasn't that expensive when I was a kid. I cannot believe that. I think no, definitely not. Yeah, so I was really happy with a whole bunch of Lego. So check out the video if you want to see that. It's called Force Friday Lego vehicles thing. Really cool. Okay, we're almost gonna wrap it up. Oh yeah, there was a nice few replies. Yeah, Todd. Yeah, I know the audio was sucking. I know it was lacking severely. I'm sorry. Next time I will do my best, giving the best edit videos, everybody. I really do. I always try. ZWO, one of my guys that often coming back. He has a cool YouTube channel as well if you want to check it out. He is saying hot water fixed band sabers, because I was saying I was checking all the hot Black Series figures, right? Because a lot of the figures have bent pistols or lightsabers, and you always have to check at least 6 boxes to find the best box that has the best straight lightsabers, or no paint smudges on the uniform or face. God, it's always so horrible. For the eyes like this, droopy eyes, like one eye's painted like this and the other one is here, crazy. But that's the quality control of Black Series figures, basically. But it's true, yeah. You can put it in hot water and then boil it, and then bend it straight, and then let it dry. Or you can use a hair dryer, the blow dryer, heat it up, and then bend it straight, and then you need to hold it, because otherwise it bends back, and then you have a straight saber again. So there's some options for that, but it not always gives the best results. So that's why I always try to find it out of the box as straight as possible, least amount of effort to fix it. And then we have some more comments. Crusher Mac is saying something. It's quite interesting. He said, are toys cheaper in China because they're made there? Well, in China, a lot of these toys are not sold because China has very restrictive measurements in place for whatever is being sold. If it have guns included or whatnot, it might be very tricky to sell it. A lot of knockoffs though. but the official stuff is harder to get and is not cheaper. China is not cheaper. Basically, I'm serious. The guys in the US, you guys watching now, you have the cheapest deal. You always get the best stuff cheapest. Like I'm paying, I think it's well over $25 for my Black Series figures. Well, you guys pay only $19, which relates to me a lot less money. Well, the Hong Kong dollar, I'm not sure if it's stronger, but I'm maybe a little bit stronger than the US dollar at the moment. But it's just so expensive here because the funny thing is our tax is really low in Hong Kong, but still toys, everything is very expensive than what you guys have, because you guys, it's produced in China, but it's produced for the US market mainly. That's the first focus, right? And it's all mass produced, imported, so you guys paying a lot less for it, and that's quite amazing. Well, maybe it's a little bit deceiving because you have your VAT taxes or something. So I understood the last time I was in New York, like when I saw a price in the shop, that was not the actual price, because that was the price without tax. I think, why the hell you don't put the price of the tax included in it? Because it's so fucking confusing. Anyway, I don't know how exactly how that works for you guys, but I know that a lot of times you guys have the better hand, and especially with discounts. You can have so many good deals. Like all these figures that we now have for Force Friday will be so cheap for you guys after a few months. For us, they just disappear. I don't know where they go to, but they go taken off the shelves, and they're not being offered discounted. So it's really suck here in Hong Kong. Then I'm gonna do one more question. No, one more question, and then gonna end it up. Let me just pick one. Let me see. There is so many comments. Oh yeah, Sabermach say, hey, thanks for posting, and that's regarding the interview that I did with Sabermach. So if you want to check out more about Sabermach, check my channel and go to the Sabermach interview. It's a pretty good interview, I think, personally. Okay, last one. This is really the last one, and I actually already answered this question, but I still want to answer it again. And it's Indie1138. He said, not sure why you got the blade block with the photon insert if you already had a green LED. As for your comment about not wanting a blue saber when the blade isn't in the emitter, then what's the photon blade plug would come handy. Yes, well, the thing for me is I wanted to try a photon blade. I didn't before, in that period I didn't have a photon blade or did not experience a photon blade yet. So I thought, well, let's try that photon insert, because even when the saber is turned off, I have that green color, so it looks like it's on, or it's glowing, or it's like, I don't know. I just want to have that green insert in there. Otherwise, it would be just an open hole, I believe. So I'm like, fuck it, let's buy it. Let's buy the photon insert. I knew it wouldn't work that great because Fadersfold already explained how it worked with the photon blade. But it was more like, let's get it. But I still stay with the fact that I'm happy that I took green over blue. It's just, the photon color has a shade of green that, in my personal opinion, I stay with that, is not the shade of green that Luke Skywalker used in Return of the Jedi. It's more as in the Sun Crusher green than the photon green, which is very apple bright green, lighter bright green, like almost acid green. And I stay with it. I don't feel that's the accurate green. So if you're happy with your choice, fantastic. I'm happy with my choice, so that's all good. Then we have two more replies from Mike, and then we're gonna call it a day. Oh, one more reply from Mike, sorry. And then I'm gonna finish the live stream. Okay, guys. Mike said, "God, Lego was super cheap in the days. I miss the old Explorian set. I'm not sure what those are." But yeah, Legos were a lot cheaper back then. I got quite a bit of Legos. Always, I got the very small sets, and they were like in my valuta they were called I think 5 in Dutch, right? We call them 5 gulden, and it's like I think it's $3, $3 $4 back then, and you had like one figure, a minifigure, and then a very small vehicle, like a small car or a small like he was a post officer, and then you had like a small post thing for to put in his hand and posting, or like very small stuff. But those sets were cheap and small, and nowadays I believe even the small set, like the smallest set I got for free from the Star Wars Lego line from the new movie, that cost already around 30 to 40 US dollar, and it's a small ship, like an escape pod ship. And I think, my god, how can that be 40 bucks, man? That's freaking rip off. But yeah, even the bigger sets were not that expensive. I only know like the big pirate ships. Yeah, they were like 60 US dollar back then. It was like super expensive, but it was a super big pirate ship with shooting cannons and stuff like that, or a big haunted house. Really cool stuff with a lot of door traps, which I have really cool stuff basically. And yeah, that's something I do miss. I also missed to see all the funny stuff. Like oh man, I love the owls back then, like He-Man, Transformers, Mask, so many stuff, man. I cannot recall. We had the Imaginaries, like with the guys with the holograms, and there was a shit ton of cool stuff. And yeah, I do quite miss it quite a bit. Sometimes I want to get back into collecting all the vintage stuff. I'm only focused on collecting vintage Star Wars toys. I do love Star Wars vehicles a lot. I'm a big sucker for that, but I just don't have the space for it. But I gonna keep buying the vintage stuff. I just like the vintage stuff. There's something about the feeling. It's not about the vehicles. The toys are so cheap and crappy. That's the bottom line. It's really not that good, but it's just the feel of it and the imagination and the enjoyment when I see that. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Of course, there's no way I can get on the way of it, but I like my Black Series figures. I think they're a good skill. They're fun figures, not expensive. So yeah, we have a lot of reviews coming up from those figures as well. And that's it, guys. That's it. I think we have a good live stream for this week. Next week again. And don't forget, that's actually tomorrow. We have the live gaming streaming again, where we're gonna play the last Jedi. We continue playing Star Wars. Jedi Academy. We still need to finish the whole storyline, and I died so many times last time, and I need you guys' help because it will be a little bit tougher to get through it now in this game. So I see you hopefully back Monday morning, it's 10 a.m. EDT, local New York time in the morning, and that's it. I will see you later, and stay scummy. Bye guys. Have a good day or good weekend.